First, we are going to fill in the eyebrows, so we're going to put a concealer or a foundation underneath the eyebrows so that that color has something to stick to. And then just blend it out with a sponge. Next, we're going to fill in the eyebrows. Get a shadow or eyebrow fill-in that is the color of your eyebrows and just fill them into the shape that you like. Next, we are just going to go in with some concealer to clean up that line a little bit more and make sure that our brows are nice and sharp. Some scotch tape. Then we're going to use this to have a very bold line for our eyeshadow and eyeliner. This will also help you if you are not very good at putting on winged liner because it will serve as a guide for you. Go ahead and put it on your skin so it isn't too sticky when it sticks to your skin. You want it not as tacky because it can pull on your skin and create wrinkles, so you want to make sure some of that tackiness is off before you put it on your face. And then go ahead and line it up with the angle of your bottom lid. Next, we are going to just put some concealer down as a base for the eyeshadow. You can use concealer or primer. I like concealer because I think it's a little bit stickier and it helps the shadow stick. Next, we're going to go in with a dark purple shade, and we're just going to put that all over the lid, extending it out into the winged liner. I like to do patting motions when I'm trying to get bold colors down, so do patting motions and swiping motions until you get the payoff that you want. This look is going to be a lot of back and forth with colors until you get the payoff and blend that you're looking for. You're going to be taking this purple shade up into the crease, and then we will blend it out with a lighter pink shade when we want to blend out to the outer corners. But to start off, we are just going to use this dark purple and make sure that we're packing it on and getting it super pigmented into the lid. And next we're going to take a pencil brush, and that's just going to help us pack on even more color and drag it up into the crease. It is a little bit more of a detailed brush, so you can be more specific about where the shadow is going versus the other brush, which was just a wide brush, which, you know, is just a basic brush to put shadow on, whereas this is a little more of a detailed brush. And we're just going to use that to start blending that color up and out into the crease. And when you start getting out a little bit further in the crease, you're going to go in with a lighter purple shade just to start blending that out into a lighter color so it's easier to blend into the skin later. Just going back and forth in windshield wiper and circle motions to try to mix that light purple in with the dark purple and then start fading it out to the skin. When you are towards the lid, you're going to be putting more pressure, but when you get further and further away from the crease in the lid, you're going to release the pressure a little bit, because that is going to help give you a little bit more of a blend and a fade. Of course, go back and forth with the shadows and making sure that you're getting the payoff that you want. Some of it may come off as you're blending, so just go back and forth until you get the payoff that you're looking for. I'm going in with that pink shade, and I'm just taking that on the very outer edge of that purple shadow. I'm packing on the color first, and then we're going to work on blending them together, but really pack that color on to the eye to make sure that it is super bold and pigmented before we start blending it out into a lighter pink. And again, I'm just doing windshield wiper motions and circular motions and patting motions to get this color payoff like I want it. And then you are going to slowly start blending the purple and the pink together. Feel free to add more dark purple if need be, and just blend with the windshield wiper motions and circular motions until those colors become cohesive. You can also go in with a light white or a light pink shade to help blend that outer edge of the pink out a little bit more, just using windshield wiper motions again still, and making sure that the pressure isn't as high when you're getting towards the outer parts of the eye, because that's what's going to help give you that fade. This look is a lot of just back and forth with the colors until you get the blend and the pigmentation that you want. So be patient and take your time and make sure that you're really focusing on blending those colors together and out. This look is all about the pressure that you put on the brush. The more pressure you put on the brush, the darker the color. The less pressure you put on the brush, the lighter the color. Next, we're going in with liner. I am just using a liquid black liner, but you can use any liner that you have. And just drag that line across the tape, because the tape is going to do all of the work for you in this look. So take the wing out as far as you want to, and then just make sure you connect it back to your lash line and drag it over to the inner corner of the eye. When doing the inner corner of the eye, be very, very careful and make sure that you're not putting too much pressure on the brush, because that is what creates thick lines. If you want the line to be thinner, then do not put as much pressure on it as you would if you wanted a thicker liner. The inner corner is a little bit tricky, and I know that I kind of suck at taking a recording of it, but do your best to do that inner wing free-handed. Be very, very patient, and you can take it out as far as you want to. If it isn't as sharp as you like, you can always clean it up with concealer later. But really just follow that inner corner and just extend it a little bit. All you need to think about is extending the line of your eye rather than creating a false shape. Now I'm just going to pull off the tape and reveal that beautiful crisp liner and shadow. Wow, doesn't it just look amazing? Now we're going to go to the under eye, and you're just going to repeat the same steps that you did on the top of the eye, starting with the dark purple closest to the lash line and then working out to the pink furthest away from the lash line, blending it out so it's all nice and cohesive, but also pigmented at the same time. I'm using an angled brush to do the purple when I'm really, really close to my eye, and then I move to the pencil brush when I am using the pink and I'm a little bit further away from the eye. We're just defining that lash line and making it a little bit more poppy. Now you can see I'm going in with that pink shadow and just blending out that purple, blending that pink up towards the liner all the way up to the tip. You don't need too much shadow along there, just a little bit. And just go back and forth with those windshield wiper motions until you get the desired blend and pigmentation that you're looking for. Now I'm just fixing up the inner corner of the eye a little bit and then extending that liner through my bottom waterline. Be very, very careful and very, very patient when you're doing this so you don't poke yourself in the eye or hurt yourself. And then we're going to do the little winged liners on the bottom. Again, be very patient with yourself. Do not put too much pressure on the brush, and you can always correct any mistakes later with concealer if it's not as sharp as you want it to be. I chose to do only 2 of these little bottom liners. You can do 2 or 3, whichever you think looks best on you. I thought 2 looked fine on me. I thought 3 would look a little squished, so that's why I stuck with the 2. And with barely any pressure on that brush, you're just dragging that down and creating little mini wings on the bottom lash line. This is where I'm going in on my waterline with that liner. Just be very, very careful and slightly pull the skin down a little bit, not too hard because you don't want to create wrinkles, and just slowly fill in that waterline with the black liner. Next, we're going in with some highlight. I'm using a pink highlight, but you can use whatever one you have handy, and just put that on the brow bone and the inner corner. Throw on some mascara and lashes, and you are finished with this look.